There's a good reason that the book, The 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene, is banned in some prisons. The principles talked about in this book can be used to manipulate others into getting whatever you want out of life. Each law has its own use, and these 10 are the ones that are the most practical for me. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. By saying less, you appear more powerful and in control. Awkward silence isn't always that bad, and in the subtle game of power, the person to break the silence in most cases is trying to seek approval from the other person. When you are quiet, you give off a mysterious aura, and it makes others wonder what you're thinking about or what your intentions are with them. When you overshare, as I typically tend to do myself, you risk saying something that can be used against you, or in the case of talking about others behind their backs, that information can get back to them, which can hurt your reputation or your relationship with those people. When speaking less than necessary, it means that when you do speak, it holds more weight in conversation and people will respect your thoughts and opinions. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. By withdrawing from social events periodically, you can create a sense of scarcity, which increases your value and respect. Your timing is key for this law, because if you tend to be seen at every social gathering, then people will just expect your presence. If you time your appearances correctly, the friend group or any group you're a part of will be so hype when you do show up. Your absence makes your presence more valued, especially if you bring a lot of value in your everyday life. Stepping away from time to time helps maintain others' interests in you. Just don't make your absence long lasting, because those people may just move on and forget about you. From a power standpoint, when your return from an absence is seen as a gift to others, it is a clear sign you have established some sense of power. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. It's important to always be mindful of what's free in life and realize that there is always a hidden cost. Sometimes people will do kind things for you simply because that is the type of person they are. Just be willing to repay that kindness with some of your own. Other times, people will do things for free just because they have a hidden agenda. Free offers always come with some sort of strings attached. Make it a goal to pay your way through life. You can avoid these hidden agendas from people and maintain control over your own life that way. You can use this method yourself to gain power by offering something for free. The person receiving your gift may feel like they owe something back to you one way or another, and you can use this strategy to maintain a sense of superiority over others. This law is extremely powerful, and I highly recommend that you have good intentions if you plan on using it. You know how the saying goes, karma can be a bitch. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Majority of these laws control how people perceive you. This law may be the most important of them all. In fact, this law is basically everything self-help summarized into one. All of my videos can be boiled down to this simple way of living. Whether you want to believe it or not, you have been given a role from our society. The school system has trained us to live our lives a certain way. You need to forge your own identity. Be flexible. Develop skills that make you impossible to be replaced. Be like a chameleon, able to adapt to any situation that comes before you. The easiest way to do this is to never stop learning. By watching this video, I can already tell you are on the right track and willing to learn new things. If others see you as predictable, then they will not see any depth to your character. Your personal brand is within your control. By recreating yourself, you can craft an image that aligns with your goals and aspirations. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Trust is hard to come by, and getting betrayed by a friend can cause you a great deal of pain. If your friends begin to witness any form of success, they are prone to envy. This will lead them to prey on your downfall, and nobody wants to have relationships with people secretly hoping they fail. Relying on enemies can be more advantageous as their motives are clearer and their actions are more predictable. Treating your enemies with respect can make them think more highly of you, allowing you to use them for your benefit. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Surrendering makes you look weak at first glance, but it is an extremely powerful tactic you can use. When you are clearly outmatched, yielding can give you time to regroup and recover, allowing you to come up with a new strategy to defeat your opponents. When you surrender, your opponents become overconfident and overlook your abilities, giving you the golden opportunity to launch a surprise attack when the time is right to undermine everything they have worked for. Being overlooked by others is more beneficial than you thought. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Similar to the law of speaking less than necessary, by keeping your intentions hidden, you maintain an element of surprise. When you share your intentions, plans, or long-term goals with others, they can make those thoughts their own. By holding your cards close to your chest, you prevent others from interfering with your plans. In fact, you could throw them off your scent by misleading their expectations of you, allowing you to steer them in directions that benefit you. Staying one step ahead of the competition is key to maintaining power. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play the cards you deal. By controlling the options that others can choose from, you ensure that they act in ways that serve your interests. This can be boiled down to really simple things, like when you're going out on a date, you give your date 2 or 3 options of places where you want to go. This gives them the illusion that it's their choice, when in reality it's yours. This is a subtle law that you can use in your everyday life by suggesting a handful of options where all the outcomes are beneficial to you. By controlling the options, you can maintain power. The key is to remain subtle about it. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. By now you've heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. But have you ever really stopped to think about it? Your actions show your character, and that is truly important. Words, specifically in the case of an argument, can feel good at the time, especially if you win the argument, but it leads to others resenting you. By winning through actions, you demonstrate your abilities and begin to build up a solid reputation for yourself as somebody that does what they say they're going to do. Remember that it's okay to walk away. It's oftentimes more powerful to avoid an argument than to entertain it. Law 1. Never outshine the master. I had to save the first law in the book for last, because this law may just be the most important one of them all. Make sure those above you feel superior, even if it is painful to do so. You more than likely want to please or impress them. Just don't go too far showing off your talents, or you might make them feel insecure. This may not feel powerful by suppressing your talents, but maintaining good graces with those that can teach you new ideas or give you valuable insights is far more important than proving a point. Make your superiors view you as an asset as opposed to a threat, and you can avoid any unnecessary envy. This is the ultimate power move. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of content in the comment section below. I really think I could get into these book review style videos. Thanks for watching.